The Africa Governance Report 2025. What exactly is this report? What exactly is the African Union seeking to achieve through this report?
This year, the APRM is preparing the 4th edition of the AGR. This report examines key governance issues in Africa and defines the actions that our governments, regional economic communities, and the African Union can pursue to address them. It is therefore a report that will pique every African's interest. The AGR accurately analyzes various aspects of the continent's economic, social, and political governance.
The AGR 25 is a report of the African Union, of course, as you know, and it's a report that presents the state of governance on the continent. But specifically, when you talk of the AGR 25, you're talking about a report that is focusing on governance of natural resources in Africa. And in that respect, it's looking at governance of the blue economy, or what others call the marine economy. It's looking at the governance of land. It's looking at the governance of mineral resources.
AGR 2025 will be looking at the assessment of institutional arrangements, governance processes, as well as the policy and management frameworks as pertains to the governance of natural resources.
I think economic governance with relation to natural resources is one of the areas that has not been paid the attention that it deserves to, because it forms the underlying basis of the gross value of African economies. And that has also further cascaded into how the African economies are evaluated by institutions in the global financial architecture like rating agencies, which completely discounts the issue of natural resources in the evaluation of credit worthiness.
What does the African Union hope to achieve with this report?
For the production of AGR 2025, a mixed method research approach, of which country institutional assessments are a key component, has been adopted. This is because the AGR foresaw the need for primary data as evidence-based research. Especially at the member state level, for the production of a continental policy report, such as the AGR. Given the relevance of the focus of AGR 2025, member states have expressed renewed interest in the AGR. Therefore, 6 member states have voluntarily confirmed their participation in the country institutional assessments. As far as the data are concerned, we'll be using focus group discussions, in-depth interviews, and key informant interviews.
C'est-à-dire pouvoir donner des recommandations qui aideront les pays membres de l'Union africaine à pouvoir renforcer leur structure, leur cadre institutionnel, leur cadre législatif sur les questions de gestion de ressources naturelles.
Land is dignity. If you give a person a land, you have given them a dignity. And from the land, the person can do so many things.
AGR 2025 will be then taking into account the way we work and do our assessments on the continent.
The report will seek to facilitate the sharing of best practices among African countries.
The report will utilize an analytical framework that looks at value realization, So that is, how can the normal citizen or the normal citizenry benefit from access to and use of natural resources in their local area?
It's developed by Africans, and it's developed from the perspective of Africans, and it's developed from the interests of Africans.
I invite both state and non-state institutions, the public, academia, and our like-minded partners to participate in the development of the report. Thank you. Merci, asante, shukran.
Join us as we lead the conversation on how African nations can harness these resources.